breaking the cycle of addiction with hallucinogens. Addiction is essentially a disease targeting the reward system in your brain. When you do drugs, you feel good. The brain is exactly where hallucinogens affect us the most, and studies have shown that they can permanently alter harmful behaviors like addictions. This idea isn't new. Timothy Leary's famous Harvard psilocybin project from 1960 to 1963 tried to find out whether scripted, guided trips on psilocybin, or magic mushrooms, could help with addiction to alcohol. Since then, many more studies have followed that show that the psychedelic MDMA, ecstasy, can help with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Psilocybin can aid with cancer, anxiety, and that LSD can be used to treat alcoholism. Perhaps most promising is ibogaine, a type of bark used in shamanistic rituals for centuries. It can stop addiction in the brain by binding to our pleasure receptors and essentially stopping the reward pleasure sensation in its tracks. It's not that the itch becomes less pleasurable to scratch, but rather that the itch isn't there at all. Don't get excited. Your doctor won't be prescribing tabs of acid anytime soon, although it's been argued that the intense, introspective experience many people have on these drugs is as essential to their healing benefits as their chemical properties. Most aren't convinced. Many of these tests are trying to synthesize versions of the drugs incorporating the health benefits but not the hallucinogenic effects. Which brings us back to our original point. If addiction is such an enormous issue in the US, why has it taken so long to start studying these effects in earnest? The Nixon administration's 1970 Controlled Substance Act, which put hallucinogens, as well as marijuana and heroin, in the most strictly regulated category of Schedule I, is one key reason. That categorization made it nearly impossible to get funding, permission, or the necessary drugs to conduct studies. The popular hippie movement co-opting hallucinogens for mind trips also contributed to an academic stigma in studying them, one that lingers to this day.